Hey guys, excuse the background. It's my radio. So this is a tent. I'm gonna walk around, show you guys the tent, show you some of the things that I've done to it. Here, hold on. I gotta throw this or else he's not gonna keep me alone. So first of all, what I wanted to do when I was looking into buying a tent, I knew it had to be a teepee tent. And I'll tell you why it had to be a teepee tent. Teepee tents don't have a lot of poles that you have to carry with you. All you need is a center pole and the stakes. In this case, you also got the 4 poles on each corner. I'll explain that to you later. So what I done is I bought some 550 camouflage paracord, which is what you're looking at. That right there is what it came with originally, white. And the reason why is because with the white, it staked out too much, so I didn't want that. So I went with camouflage 550, but of course if it's snowing, you know, you're not gonna see it. But with the camouflage, you know, it also blends in, not just in the winter time, but in summer, fall, all year long. So these are some of the windows. Also, and I apologize for this, but I'm about 5 stakes short, and I guess I miscounted, so I'm about 5 short. That's just from the snow. That's the window. It's closed right now. So as you can see, you got this flap right here. So if it does rain, it kind of, you know, goes through here, and it's not gonna go in. Let's see. There's the other window. There's the other 2 I'm missing. And this right here. What on X? What am I? Go get your stick. This right here has a flap. There's Velcro underneath. So you put Velcro with Velcro, like so. And now you got a nice wide opening. And this is for the summertime. You got wind coming in. And because of the, you know, geometry of the teepee, you know, it being a triangle, the wind is gonna hit and it's gonna go up. And when it goes up, it goes inside. And I've done this in 80-degree weather, and I mean, by far, you have no idea how cool it gets, because of the shadow or the shade, plus the wind going through the windows, and then also the top. It's just like being inside a vortex, and the wind is just recirculating all over you. It's a great tent. Here I have one of the windows open, so you can actually see inside. Of course, you're looking at the other side, the door. Again, missing some of the stakes. I hear talking, but I think that's a radio. I think that's Morse code. Oh, on the top, here, you see those little grommets? There's 2 there, and there's 2 on the other side, and that's a rain flap. So if you want to like cover the top so the rain doesn't get in, you can do that. See the little flap at the top? That's if you want to run a rope instead of using the center pole. Saves you some time. Easy breezy. Again, this is the type of cord that it came with on all of them. I didn't like it, so I ended up switching it with camouflage. And then again, you got another flap right here. So you actually got air coming from both sides. And again, you know, this is your flap right here, and then this is a little bit higher inside, so that when it rains, the rain kind of pours down instead of pouring down and going inside. But then you also have another rain flap on top. Turn that off because that's annoying. But anyways, here you got the door. My pants are sticking to the snow. You got zipper at the bottom. They both, that one and that one, they both meet in the middle. Like so. So you can actually have, you know, full closure inside, so you don't have to worry about snakes or spiders going inside. You got your door here, so that, you know, the water doesn't go inside if it rains. Go, okay, I like you too. Go. There's a little grommet on the inside of here, and then there's a little tab on the outside that just hold the door open. Of course, you got your zipper here in the middle, and then that closes all the way down, and then you close that one, and then you got a full mosquito netting, so the mosquitoes don't get in. None of this is torn. Everything's in good condition. That's just normal wire, but there's no holes in there. That's from Cuba, in case you're wondering. I think that's from Cuba, or that might be the world clock. Anyways, and then if you wanted to close this, you can close this. And then you got a full, you know, this overlaps on top of this, like so. So you can get a full seal from, you know, in case it rains. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go on the inside, but let me turn this off. Down, in case I do hear somebody walking out here. So let's go on the inside and show you guys what it looks like. I'll open this up. What? Go get your stick. I am 6 feet tall, and I'm actually able to stand. If it wasn't for the center pole, and my head doesn't touch the top. What are you doing? What are you doing? Again, you got your mosquito netting here. You know, rain's not gonna go through it. There's no holes on or anything on that. That's just normal wear. Again, you got another one over here. Nothing wrong with it. Let's open up one of these windows. Okay, so you got a window. You're able to see outside. And then you got this right here too. So, and I'll show you guys that. So on the other side, those two stakes that I was missing, when you pull it up, you know, once the air hits the bottom, you got more ventilation coming through here, in case you needed that. And then again, you got some there at the bottom, and then you got the window. Again, you got the bottom and the window, and then the two on top, and then the front. So in the summertime, there's no way you're gonna feel miserable in here, because I've done it, and I never had a problem. It feels nice and cool. In the wintertime, what you want to do, close that, close this here, and then the other side, close that, and then close those, and then you're gonna stay nice and warm. Let's see, you got a little pocket right there. There's one on each corner. And then, you know, when I went camping, I was sleeping there, you know, my head wasn't even touching the top, and my legs were not even touching the bottom. So, you know, I was able to lay down, and, you know, I wasn't even able to touch both ends. It's that wide. It's 8 feet by, you know, 8 feet. And then my dog was laying here, and then, you know, this tent, and then you got the center pole right there, and then it goes all the way to the top. What do you want? Here, give it to me. Give it to me. And that's what I was talking about. I got snow in my hand. Once you open that flap right there, the wind hits the bottom and it goes through, and that's what that's for. And like I said, I was able to sleep in this in the winter time and the summertime. And in the winter time, it was a little bit chilly, but I had my USMC military sleeping bag. And it was a little heavy for me, not the tent but the sleeping bag, so that's why I made some adjustments to the tent so I can cut some of the weight down. This would be perfect for a family of, you know, 4 or 5, and plus some gear. You can easily fit people, excuse me, easily fit anywhere for 4 to 5 people in there. No problem whatsoever. You can fit an extra person or your gear, or I'm sorry, your dog, if you take out the center pole, hang it from the top. But you know, the weight on this, it's 13 pounds with a duffel bag and everything. I believe I got it under right around 8 pounds with everything, with all the stakes, or all the stakes, even the ones I'm missing. Hey, you okay? Jeez, all the stakes, even the ones I'm missing. And the poles, you're looking around 8 pounds, even the duffel bag, or the compressed compressed BB bag thing that I have over there. Which, again, if you go to my camping video, I think is part 2, I was able to get it down to compress smaller than the U.S. military sleeping bag, so it's very small, or it compacts small, and so yeah, there it is. Hopefully, you know, this is a review, and again, I have it for sale. What do you got there? Go get it. And this is great for a bug out bag. This is the main reason I purchased it, for that reason, because again, you know, if you're a single person, this is great too, because if you find people on the way or somebody that you want to help, this is a great tent. But one of the reasons I purchased it is because of my dog. What are you doing? I was thinking of going with a hammock and sleeping bag, but I saw some flaws in that. Come here. Come. Here. Eat it. Eat it. You know, in the winter time, you know, it's gonna be freezing cold and there's no way for him to stay warm. So that's why I ended up going with a tent. In the summertime, you know, again, if I go with a hammock, then there's no way for him to stay warm. Or in the summertime, then in the wintertime, there's no way for him to stay warm. Even with a fire, you run the risk of burning your hammock, or burning whatever, you know, he's laying on. That's why I went with the tent in the summertime. you know, you don't need much protection. But again, you come to, you know, the insects and the snakes and all that stuff at night, and that's kind of creepy. And yeah, and then, you know, with him having tall or big ears, then you know, insects usually get in there, like mosquitoes, and then he gets ear mites and stuff like that. So again, great for a single person, and if you have a dog, it's going to be perfect for you guys. If you have a family of 4 or 5 and a dog plus some gear, it'll all fit in there. Trust me, it's well worth it. And this is, you know, the cheapest that I've come to find on the internet. As far as TB tents go, you know, if you're going with Kafaru, they don't have a floor lining, so now you know, you have to find something to put on the floor, and again, you got insects and stuff laying down there, so they're gonna come up, ants, fire ants, all that stuff. This one, you get entire closure in this tent. So that's it on the tent. Price that I'm selling it for is $240. That includes everything: the stakes, the tent, the camouflage. I'm not gonna change those to camouflage because I don't have enough, or I don't have any more camouflage 550 paracord. And yes, that is 550 paracord, not rope, but that's actually all 550 paracord. Camouflage 550 paracord. So $240 for the whole thing. I still got the duffel bag, and I'm not sure if I have the box. I don't believe so, but I do got the duffel bag it came in with. I'll also include the compress sack over there, and these right here, which you put your stakes in there. And then as far as the stakes go, the original ones, I believe, if you go back to one of my videos, it was about 2.5 pounds for all the stakes, which was pretty much huge. And then with all these stakes, they're very lightweight. Let me show you guys what it looked like, and I'll post a link to the video of the stakes, and it'll show you why I purchased these versus the MSR groundhog stakes. So they kind of have like a twist. They're not made out of metal, but they're made out of high plastic. Very durable. And I'm missing like around 5, I think. And then the top thing I have at home. I thought I had it with me, but I didn't. So that's that. The other thing I have for sale is the little stove right there. Not the canteen cup or the canteen, but just the stove. I don't want it. I have a need for it, but I have seen them go for anywhere from like $15–20 on a website, which is pretty expensive. So, you know, I'm thinking of selling it for $5, and you're looking at another $5 for shipping. Not even that, I don't think. You're looking around $2 to $3 for shipping. So anywhere from $5 to $10 for just for the little stove. Again, I never used the stove. I have used the canteen, but the stove is like brand new. I haven't even burned it or anything. The other thing I have for sale is my Kabar knife. This is what I used to pound on the back of the steaks to get them, you know, on the ground, because the ground is frozen. So this came in handy, and since I had this, I've never cleaned it. Thought I heard footsteps, but I never cleaned it. Let me put my glove away. And it has some rust, and it's rated, yes, so you can see. It's full tank, so this whole thing is like one piece. And this is kind of like a rubberish, hard rubber. But yeah, and I haven't been able to find these online, at least this style. the stainless steel version. Anyways, so this I'm selling for $40, and again, you have to be 18 within the United States for all this stuff. Oh, at least for the knife, you got to be 18, and you got to show me that your parents are okay if you're under 18. But yeah, great knife. I actually cut, it was a dead tree that had fallen about the size of that, like the width of it, and I ended up chopping it with this thing, and this thing's a beast. And the reason I'm selling this is because I don't have a use for it. I got the axe, the Bear Grylls axe, which is gonna replace this, because this is actually my first knife. And it's really sharp. So, oh, and it comes with that sheath right there. This sheath. So you got a little thing right here for your belt, or actually it's for the back of the knife. It'll hold it. And then you got little holes here, so you can tie it to your backpack or your boot. It's nice and secure. There's no cracks. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just been sitting in my closet, and I don't really need it. That's why I'm selling it. It's a great knife. So $40 for the knife. Again, you got to be 18. If you're under 18, I gotta have permission from your parents, and you got to be within the United States. For the tent, you can be under 18 if you want to, but I prefer for if you're gonna buy this, to be within the United States. Outside of the United States, I have to see how much shipping's gonna cost, depending on where you live. This right here, yeah, and then like I said, anywhere from $5 to $10 for the little stove right there. Not that, just a stove. And let's see what else. The radio. I still have the box where this came from. This is the Grundig FR200. I think I got the booklet too. Yeah, there it is. I did have the booklet. And I still have the box. This did not come with the battery, the rechargeable battery, so I ended up purchasing one. I bought it brand new off eBay. And if you're looking for these, you probably will find them used. And if you find them used, they were like, I guess they had problems with them, and then they sent them back, and now they got a bunch of them that are, I don't know, reman or rebuilt. But the reason I'm selling this one is because I actually purchased this, and then later on, like a month and a half later, I ended up getting the Eaton FR250 as a gift. So now I got two radios, and both of them are almost exactly the same, but I don't need both of them. This one has the flashlight. I don't know if you guys can see that. So great emergency radio. Right now I got it on, let me see if I can zoom in. You got AM, FM, shortwave 1 and shortwave 2. Shortwave 1 goes from 3.2 all the way to 7.6, and then 9.2 all the way to 22 megahertz. Let me turn the volume up. Before I tune into that radio station, right now I got it on shortwave 1, and when you turn in your radio, you got two options. You got this, which makes it go back and forth a lot faster, and then you got this one, the tiny one, which is more for fine tuning. So if you want to fine tune it to a radio station, you use the tiny one. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand. We're going to shortwave 2 now. Quite on X. Okay, it's getting dark, or it's getting late, I should say. But yeah, the FR200. I have a video I'm gonna post later on. I just need to edit it, and it's a comparison between the FR200 and the FR250. Quick story: Grundig got bought out by Eaton, so Grundig are some of the best shortwave radios you're gonna find on the market, and the videos that I have were shot. Well, one of them was the comparison, and then I have another one that was shot late at night, like at 2 in the morning, for both of them, comparing them. And late at night, go get it. Late at night is when you get some of the more radio stations on shortwave. To give you guys an example, on this radio and the FR250, I'm able to pick up stations from Japan, China, the Koreas, Mexico. I think there's one from Germany. Let's see, where else? Cuba is one of them. Actually, there's 2 or 3 from Cuba, and then there's a few from like 1 or 2 church stations from here in the U.S. And then there's the World Radio News Network, I think it's called. I'm able to pick up, and that's from shortwave, and that's late at night. That's like 10 o'clock at night. But it's getting kind of cold right now. And then for the radio, I bought it brand new, so all I'm asking is $30, and that includes shipping for the radio. It includes the box, and it also includes the carrying case. So yeah, that's what I have for sale. I gotta pack up because it's getting really cold, really cold, real fast. I got about 2.5 hours worth of sunlight. But yeah, as far as the tent, to set it up, it's gonna take you anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. If you got 2 people, it's gonna take you 5 minutes, real quick. There's nothing to it. The wind is picking up, so that's telling me there's something coming this way. And the radio, great little radio. I have it because I purchased it because of when I used to live, in Indy. There was a storm, the power went out, and there was a tornado warning, and there's no way to just know there was a tornado coming this way because the power had gone out. And I keep hearing talking. And on this, it's a crank radio, so you can actually crank it with the internal battery, and I'll show you guys that later. It's a green battery pack, really tiny, and you use that to crank it, and 60 minutes worth of cranking will give you about 5 minutes worth of radio time. So thanks for watching, and if you're interested, leave a comment with, I don't know, or send me a private message, or yeah, thanks.